And hi again, Abe. I didn't get a notification this time. Hey, okay, yeah, um, I the power company finally called me back, and I wasn't like risking not getting to talk to them, so this wasn't that important uh, live stream anyway. It's just me running my head. Oh, this for the love of God. Okay, same thing I said on the other one. There's no showing. Uh, why would one group of Ukrainian citizens feel it necessary to bomb the children of another group of Ukrainian citizens? Where's the pictures? This obviously happened in the area controlled by the western part, or in the western part of Ukraine. I mean, where's the pictures? I'm not sending pictures. There's no pictures. I don't see any pictures. No little dead babies. Oh, there's a picture of a hole in a wall. That could have been anything. Um, I think they're. We got rain last night. Actually, we got pretty good little thunder showers come through, Carol. It's not raining here right now. It's just cold. It's cloudy. It's cold and cloudy. Um, I'm probably gonna have to put some thermals on. The temperature keeps dropping. It figures I go ahead and make a deal to get a loader onto the property this weekend, and cold front comes in. Speaking of loads of horse shit, and so now I'm gonna be running around with that silly little skid loader all weekend, freezing my canookers off. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Guess I'll dig out my insulated bib overalls and do what I got to do. The skid loader I got coming won't fit in the barn, so this is going in that door about, I don't know, 2 inches, I guess. I could probably dig a hole and get it in there, but then I'd have to put concrete back. I don't do that. It's not supposed to warm up here until Sunday afternoon, I guess. Which Sunday afternoon, I'm gonna be up on the roof putting in screws. Well, not me, but uh, my grandson. I'm gonna take him over there, and if it warms up, I'm not gonna make him get up there in the wind and the cold. I just think it'd be good character building stuff for him, but want to teach him how to work, not make him hate work. No, this may go out just like they're saying, but uh, people, if it goes off over there, this is straight up the 1% of the 1% wanted this to happen. The Russian government and the Russian people are not our enemies. They haven't been our enemies since shit, um, the 50s. The only people we've had any trouble with really are the Chinese. The Chinese are the ones that the Chinese backed North Vietnam. They backed North Korea. Um, Chinese are the only ones we had any real trouble with since World War II. They always talk about Russia this, Russia that, Russia this, Russia that. Why the hell they call Ukraine is a country in Eastern Europe. It is the second largest country by area in Europe after Russia. Russia is not in Europe, stupid. Anyway, you can't. It's just like there's no truth on the internet anymore, people. None. It's just the the controlling powers have the internet. If you are able to pull it up on the internet, it is something that they want you to see. You're not going to find any hidden information. You're not going to find any super secret out access to super secret. Nobody should know this information or anything. If you're able to pull it up on a web page and read it, if you're able to get it in a email or see it on Twitter or Facebook or anywhere else, they want you to see it. The end. That was when Iran was trying to push down the same people that Russia was trying to push down in Afghanistan. Or no. Now Russia was selling guns and ammo, but I mean we selling guns and ammo too. Um, Russia moved into Afghanistan to cut the lifeline off to the terrorists that were coming out of Afghanistan into Eastern Europe and causing all kinds of trouble. And it didn't work. They pulled out, and then all of a sudden America's the bad guys because we didn't go over there and bomb the crap out of Russia for it. So then they started taking it out on us, and so we had to go over there and blah blah blah. Mindset over there is actually the real enemy, and I don't know how you fix mindset. Just because it's not Wednesday anymore, I wouldn't relax yet, folks. The people in charge of the strings, because I don't know if anybody's been watching the news or whatever, but they prove that, or they're steadily every week, it seems like something else comes out proving that the election was indeed not legal, that the administration that we have now is not our legitimate ruling parties, the or governing, whatever the right word for, because we don't have rulers here in the U.S. The people in there right now want to be our rulers, but we don't have rulers in the U.S. We have legislators and governors. We have people who are expected to enforce the laws, and those who are supposed to write laws that represent the desires and well-being of the citizenry. But anyway, I'm really starting to wonder if Canada ain't going to go off. I don't know what they're going to do, though. They gave up. Any real chance they had at defending themselves, same as Australia did a long time ago. Now, granted, Canada doesn't have the standing army that we do, but they do have one. They ain't the devil here. And right now, I'm not 100% sure that we wouldn't be better off if it did go into conflict. And, that'd be more like, get it started and get it over with. At least we'd be able to tell who we were fighting. They've got to do something because they didn't quite get as far on taking control of everything as they had planned with this Wu flu bullshit. So, and people have had enough. Everybody's fed up. People have realized that, what they're seeing on the news doesn't match the numbers that they're actually seeing at home. there's I was there hadn't been that many more people die than normal, folks. Um, we had a few, but not nearly the increase you would expect. You know, when you lump all the people that were already dying into the numbers for the people that were killed by something, yeah, it makes it look a lot worse than it really is. Um, the last funeral in this family was from a guy that had, they put it on the deal, the certificate that it was COVID, but that way the hospital got more money. But he was predisposed to excessive drug use and alcoholism. So his organs were all pretty much shit. So he got the COVID and they shut him down. And then he was actually recovered from the COVID. He was over the COVID for 2 weeks before he died. But, you know, I don't know what to think about what's going on. One thing I will say was in the United here, our grocery store here, and all the shelves were stocked. That's the first time that store's been fully stocked in months. I just thought it was weird that you know, the day before the event, the store stocked. Hell, they had chicken, beef, pork. They had pork on sale. They had all the dairy. They had pasta. They had cereals. They had chips. They had sodas. I didn't go down the cracker aisle. They had bread. The briskets had come down a little bit in price. They were still stupid high, but they'd come down a little bit in price. I was like, wow, this is well, hamburger meat was still insane. Because $5.80 a pound or something like that. Yeah, and seriously, I mean, there's nobody been dying of the flu. I mean, we can go into that forever. I mean, it's the whole thing was a power grab from the beginning, and um, it didn't work as well as they had hoped. And here we are. And now they're trying to figure out something because they're Trudeau's going to lose Canada. He's not going to be the prime minister for much longer. I don't know how they impeach somebody up there, but that dude's on his way out. Didn't they do smackdown on your y'all's prime minister already, Abe? Or not? Was y'all's Boris, whatever his name? Um, but there's nothing in the news. I mean, if Russia thought it was necessary to move into Ukraine, they would just do it. They're not. They don't do all this big hoopty doopty propaganda and stuff like that. Uh, Russia's taking over Ukraine uh, one passport at a time right now. Why do anything else? It just you look them up in the news, and it's just all your main instigators of the left propaganda are just uh, evidence of Russia imminent invasion, evidence of Russia imminent invasion, evidence. I mean, all. I mean, we got Newsweek, CNN, MSN. Now, at least Fox just says that Biden says reason to believe. Um, ABC Ukraine invasion within days. 2 hours ago. Associated Press. Russia's going to invade Ukraine. I mean, I don't know if the man's putting the tanks on the train or taking them off. But if we had I mean, we need to stop giving guns to them Nazis. I know that. The Those guns need to be going to if we're going to take guns over there, they need to go straight to the government, and then the government needs to decide who they go to. I don't know how they're getting there or whatever, but they show us a lot of far right, ultra nationalist type Nazi fascist people with guns over there in Western Ukraine right now. And I don't think Eastern Ukraine or Western Ukraine want them people to take over. I know we don't. Apparently, there are people flying out of the U.S. to go over there and fight. They're. Hold on a second. Let me see what this is about. Apparently, it was about nothing. Yes, I'm here. The other one, I had a phone call. I had to go. Is the power company about the property in Sea City about getting power? They're going to go look at it Tuesday. Honestly, the truckers have gotten their point across. C-103, Mark. They um. It wouldn't. I don't think it behooves them to keep causing hardship for their fellow citizens. If they keep on going, all they're going to do is start losing support. Some of the people that are that are with them right now, and the ones that are on the fence, are going to change their way of thinking and jump off the fence onto Trudeau's side. If they can't get to town, if they can't get to work, if they can't, if they've got to start doing without and stuff, all of the whatchamacallits, the states or whatever provinces up there have said, okay, yeah, we're not going to do that stuff. We're not doing the mandate crap. So they've been heard. They need to stay organized and keep communicating with the each other as well as their leaders, their legislators, so that they understand that no, we're not going to play that. I mean, we can go right back to it, but they need to go ahead and open the roads up. I think it would. I think honestly, I think politically for them, they need to open the roads and let. Um, Now, if they start trying to prosecute, if the government starts coming back and trying to hang these guys out to dry, then twice as many of them need to show up and shut the thing down all over again. And like literally, you know, dolly down and drive off. Um, it's, they need to be, that's why they need to stay together and stay organized. So and that's all, one guy gets hauled into court for his participation, and boom, everybody goes back frog and shuts them down again. They need to understand that they're not going to be criminalized for speaking out against tyranny, but they don't want to become tyrannical themselves. Yeah, and see that would work, Mark. I mean, if it's not food, it doesn't go through. But they do not, as citizens of the country, have the right to deprive other citizens of the country of their livelihood. They're literally holding their fellow some of those people in that can't get to work, can't get to the grocery store, can't get home because they can't get out of their parking lot, they can't get on the interstate, they can't do this, they can't do that. Or people that support what these folks are doing. And it's not a siege, Nadavalier. It's a protest. You make your point and you move on. If it was a siege, they should have brought guns. And then when the cops come and start trying to arrest people that are trying to bring them fuel and food, they arrest the police and chain them to a pole. This is a protest. It's not an insurrection. It's not a revolution. It's not a siege. It's a protest. No. Uh, if the prime minister can call it a siege, that doesn't make it a siege. They're still calling what happened on January 6th an insurrection. Doesn't make it an insurrection. Just because the FBI calls Aunt Susie and Uncle John terrorists because they get crossways with the school board doesn't mean they're terrorists. Just because somebody calls something something or calls somebody something doesn't make it so. I've called myself the emperor of the world several times, and it doesn't make me the emperor of the world. Yeah, and that's the other thing. I mean, literally all the drivers now have to do is just go home and park their rigs. You look at the other lane of traffic, trucks are still flowing, man. There's still stuff going in and out. If you watch the videos, you can. I mean, there's still trucks going out. There's still stuff coming in and out of those places. Um, it's it does, Rob. But I mean, nobody wants me to be the emperor because I mean I said it and it should be so, and everybody should do what I say. I mean, when this whole mess started, I say no, no. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. Uh, and everybody opens back up, and nobody gets unemployment because they're scared of the flu. But nobody listened to me. So y'all missed the boat on Emperor West. We would have been the only free country. We would have been the economy. We would have been the worldwide economy because we would have kept making stuff. We'd be over there with dozers and stuff right now, taking down all them ratty buildings in Detroit, putting up uh, brand new battery factories and stuff. We go to those places that used to mine lead or whatever. That all that rare earth minerals and stuff are still in all that tailings out there, all piled up, making everything poisonous. And figured out a way to safely rerun it to get the rare earth stuff we need out of them. There's, you know, I would have actually done proactive stuff that actually made a difference in the economy and actually legitimately did something to help the planet instead of putting giant concrete blocks with steel tubes and non biodegradable giant fan blades on them all over the place. But hey, that's just me. Yeah, okay. Rob said I'm emperor now, so you people do what I say. You can each remit your dollar to the Wes's New Robe. Hold on, that's the power company back again. Hold on. All right, guys, I got to take this one too. See y'all later.